Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and it doesn't look like he needs a refill. He's got his whole flask full of rum. Now, as always, I want to thank you guys for being part of the Joe Boo Report and subscribing. We're closing in on 2,000, and I can't thank you guys enough. Now, so if you haven't subscribed already and you like what you hear, click on the picture of Joe Boo and Sean Lee, and you can be part of the Joe Boo Report. Now, tomorrow, the Dallas Cowboys, with that 6-1 record, best record in the NFC, take on the Cleveland Browns in the dog pound. That good old 0-7 Cleveland Browns. Now, I got to tell you, I honestly don't see a way that the Dallas Cowboys lose this game. And I know I'm a homer. I'm going to always pick the Dallas Cowboys, just about always. But I see this team is on a mission. These guys are playing together for each other, and they are focused, they are hungry, and it's kind of a us against the world mentality. Because no matter what the Dallas Cowboys do, they don't ever get credit for it, and that can be a motivating factor. Take for example. Excuse me. Take Dak for example. Dak forever has been doubted. He's always ended up coming in as the backup quarterback, and he ends up taking the role and taking it to another level. Okay? Going into the NFL draft, most of the experts said, he's a project, he's years away, might become an NFL quarterback. He's used that as motivation, of course, to become a great player so far. And I think the whole situation of Tony Romo versus Dak, I think when he hears that, he says the right things, but in his mind, it's going to be, I'm going to play so freaking good that there's no way that they're going to take me out. And he's on a mission. Now, I know he said that he changed his number to number 4 because it was his mother's birthday. That may be what he said to everybody else. But I got to tell you, I think he wears that 4 like a red badge of honor, because it's like a constant reminder that nobody thought I was that good, that I was a 4th round draft pick. And that's that chip on the shoulder that, he's walking around with. But whatever it takes for motivation, I'm all for it. Now, the Cleveland Browns, they're going to be starting their rookie quarterback, Kobe Kessler. And I got to tell you, he doesn't have anything near the weapons, of course, that the Dallas Cowboys have. Basically, the Cleveland Browns right now have 2 players. Joe Thomas, their left tackle, fantastic player, a guy that gets it, gives back to the community. I've met him, great guy, but he can't carry that whole offense. And on defense, Joe Hayden. And Joe Hayden, unfortunately, is nicked up. So look for Dez Bryant to have a whole lot of yards. Now, I always tell you, basically the same game plan, which is the perfect one. Run the damn ball until they can't stop it. And once you get them sucked in on that, 7, 8 men on the box, roll out, play action, pass them to death. And now that you got Dez Bryant, you can stretch out the field. Now, I want to go ahead and introduce you guys to my son, Michael. And I got a few questions for him because, I've been fortunate enough to have seen all 8 of Dallas Cowboys Super Bowls. The Colts against the Dolphins, twice against the Steelers, 3 times against the Steelers, against the Denver Broncos. I have seen them all, the ones against Buffalo. So I know what it's like to see a team that's working their way towards that. And I want to get my son's view because, he was 5 years old when the Cowboys won the first one, and he probably doesn't remember. I'd like to introduce you to my son, Michael, a 3rd-generation Dallas Cowboy fan. And I got to tell you, Michael, I'm looking around at all your memorabilia and stuff in here. I mean, you've got a hat signed by DeMarcus Ware. You've got a shirt over there from Jason Witten's football camp. What is your favorite piece that you have in here of memorabilia? What's your favorite thing that you have?
I mean, it's not in the picture, but my signed hat by Sean Lee.
Sean Lee?
Me and Sean Lee is my favorite player of all time.
Good choice. Boy, and he's having a hell of a season. So, when you were born in 1990, and the last time the Dallas Cowboys were in the Super Bowl, you were 5 years old, and you probably don't remember that. What does it mean for you seeing the Dallas Cowboys playing so well right now?
I mean, it means a lot to me as a Dallas Cowboy fan, proving all the haters wrong.
And what would it mean to see the Cowboys do really, really well? And if we can dream, we're not trying to jinx it, but if the Cowboys happen to make it to the Super Bowl, or whenever the Cowboys do make it to the Super Bowl, what will that mean to you?
As long as Tony Romo's not playing, I would enjoy it.
But look, you know what? I don't care who plays if we can get to the Super Bowl.
Well,
that's the bottom line. I just want to see the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Don't mess up the chemistry.
Okay, well, So your thing is you think Dak Prescott is
And Ezekiel Elliott,
okay? All right,
both
that's
are a threat.
interesting. Okay, well, and how do you feel about the coaching as far as the team is doing right now? You feel like everything's going pretty well?
I mean, Dak's making the best of the coaching. If you saw last week, the coaching wasn't as good as it has been.
Okay, if you were Jerry Jones, what change would you make on the team as it is right now? What would you do differently?
I would keep everything the same,
Keep everything
and
the same.
and see if Tony Romo wants to prolong his career and become a coach.
Okay, so with all the games that we have left, we've got the Giants, we've got the Eagles, we've got the Redskins. Of course, there's Tampa Bay, there's the Lions. What game are you looking forward to most for the rest of the season? What team do you truly just want to stomp down?
I want to see I want to see us stomp down New York Giants and win that 1 point game that we lost. The only loss we have all season.
That's right. Now,
Revenge.
you know, a true story. Joe Boo over here, the last 3 years has been to New York. And in fact, as Tony Farini actually pointed out, after their last Super Bowl win, that's when Joe Boo made his first appearance to New York. And pretty much from that time, the Dallas Cowboys have kind of owned the New York Giants. Now, I can't say, honestly, that Joe Boo had anything to do with it. But Joe Boo did show up there this season just before kickoff between the Redskins and the Giants. And since that time, they haven't done too well. And he is banned from Giants training camp. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, the Dallas Cowboys will come away with another victory, and my son will have even more to cheer about. I'm Mark Holmes. That's Cowboy Joe Boo, and this is the third generation Dallas Cowboy fan in my household. Have a great night. You were great.